What's up guys, DJ Darkbeat here, bringing you another blaster review video. And today, I needed to get away from Hasbro and Nerf and needed to go at least semi-pro. I needed something with a little performance. And I've had a blaster that's been sitting here for a while, and I was thinking to myself, I haven't used Rival in a while. So I was really kind of jonesing for some Rival. So today we're going to be talking about a blaster that I've had sitting here for a while and I've never taken it out of the box. But I'm excited to go over it with you because it is a cool blaster and I do like it. So today we're going to be talking about the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Monolith. Oh yeah. So this is basically, you know, kind of like, you know, the Nemesis and the baby brother of the Quantum. That's it, the Quantum. So this is pretty much the smaller version of the Quantum. What was cool about this one is it has a side load door to load your Rival rounds in, and that makes loading a lot easier than the top loads and a lot of these hoppers that other blasters have had. So the side load was very innovative and quick, so you could just dump your bullets in, but it does have some drawbacks as well. But we'll figure all that out. So let's get it out of the box, see what we're working with, and go from there. All right, stick with me, guys. Okay, guys, so the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Monolith Team Competition Ball Blasters. I love ball blasters.
Randy, you're breaking my balls here. You're breaking my balls, Randy.
High capacity hopper, holds up to 40 rounds. It comes with 40 rounds that are already in there apparently. And performance FPS, compatible with all Adventure Force products. And it does take, I believe, 8 AA's. I mean 8 D batteries, something like that. So it is going to be a little bit heavy. But high capacity hopper holds up to 40 rounds, and it is a side load, which is pretty cool. So basic standard stuff. Performance FPS, 40 rounds, tech, rev trigger, and your regular trigger. But yes, it does take 6 D batteries, so 6 of the big boys. All right, let's get it out of the box, see what we get. Okay, so that's nice and easy. Blaster and instruction. The 40 rounds are already loaded up in the hopper, so don't even have to worry about that. And that's it. All right, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Monolith. Nice blaster. This is a mid-size kind of interpretation of the Nemesis or the Quantum. So this is like your mid-size blaster. This is more on the level of the Percy's, I guess, something like that. The Percy's holds 50, I think 50 rounds out of the gate, something like that. But the first thing you do on a Percy's is upgrade the hopper and make sure, because it just fires too fast. I don't know how fast this. I've actually never used this blaster. I've had it sitting here for quite some time, and I just never got around to it. So we'll see how fast it fires, but it does hold 40 rounds, and you can definitely squeeze a little bit more in there. But a lot of these with the conveyor belts, you don't want to overfeed them either, because then it jams them up, and you got to do the little shake and bake.
Shake and bake, buddy! Shake it before you bake it!
A little too often. But the blaster feels good. The grip feels nice, comfortable. My hand fits okay. I'm not a big fan of the grips like this, but I'm not a big fan, but I do like them. It says max grip here. I don't know what that means. I mean, you can carry it like this. It's really nice to carry. That's the one thing I do like about these kind of grips, but it says max grip on it. I don't know what that means. The grip is nice. It's textured. It feels good. Rev trigger feels good. Trigger feels like it's okay. Stock is really nice because the battery compartment is in the back, so the stock is actually a perfect length. This is a perfect length stock to shoulder this puppy up, and that is really nice. Since this is where the batteries go, the stock is a little bit longer out from where the grip is, and that is pretty nice because the stock is a little bit longer, and that's a good length. It does have a foregrip in the front here, something for you to grip up front. I don't think there's any kind of tack rail or anything under that, so this is the foregrip you're stuck with, but you do have the tack rail on top. You can put any kind of attachments you want. It's got kind of like 2 faux barrels, but it's 1 barrel, and it does have a hop up in there. So I don't know what they were going for with this look, but that would have been really cool if it fired 3 shots at a time. But does only fire one ball at a time, and that is it. So to open your hopper, you got this little, you know, button there, a little switch here. You click that, opens up, and then you can just dump your balls in here. So that is great. It's going to be much easier to feed a system like this than it is to feed a hopper like the Quantum or the Nemesis. The Nemesis is a pain to feed. The Perseus was a pain to feed, you know, to reload. This is very nice and compact. This is a better system, in my opinion, to just dump the balls in here, close it up, and you're ready to go. So that is pretty cool. All right, so let's get some batteries in this thing and see how she runs. Be right back. Okay, and we're back, and whoa, it is significantly heavier. Oh yeah, this thing is top heavy as can be. You let go here, and woof, yeah, you gotta watch out. This thing will hit you in the face. But yeah, significantly heavy now, and all of the weight is over the back. So very with the batteries in it, I'm not gonna lie, it's very awkward in terms of how to hold it. But you know, you just gotta have a little grip strength and hand strength, and you'll be okay. But with 6D batteries, it is heavy. So let's rev her up, see how she sounds. Nice. That's a pretty quick spin up time, and seems to be revving nicely. All right, so let's get the first shots going. Woo! Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the FPS is supposed to be on this thing, but that was snappy. That was definitely spicy, hit pretty hard. So I am curious now, very curious to see what this thing can do. All right, let's take it to Chronograph. Let's get some numbers and go from there. All right, stick with me, guys. Okay, so I got the Monolith all ready to go. Chronograph is set up, and I'm excited because it did feel quite snappy. Let's see what she's got. Whoa, 109.94. 81.6, 107.2, 96.4, 105.2, 104.6, 84.6, 108.5, 93.1, 108.2, whoa, and 106.9. So 12 shot average. All right, we had a high of 109.8. A low of 81.6 and an average of 100 feet per second even. So this thing is a little spicy. So now let's see rate of fire and go. Let's see what she can do on the fully automatic. Okay, so 2 to 3 rounds per second. It's going to be another one of them conveyor belt jobs where you got to give it a little wiggle every once in a while. But it's hitting pretty hard. The rate of fire is decent. This way you're not spraying around all your rounds. So 3 rounds per second, 2 to 3 rounds per second. It's not the fastest, of course, but it's not the slowest. Give it a little shake, and once you get it going, it really rock and rolls. So it's a little bit different with the Chronograph. When I take it outside and dump out, do a mag dump, you know, it'll be a little bit better. So let's take it outside to the range now and go from there. Okay, guys, so unfortunately it just started torrentially downpouring outside, so we are going to do some indoor range shooting today. All right, so I am 15 feet away with this puppy. Just going to get a rate of fire and see how reliably it does fire with the feeding, because with the Chronograph, when I went to the full auto, it did have a little feeding issue. So let's see how good it feeds. Let's see how it does. And from 15 feet away, we should be pretty deadly, especially when we're hitting above 100 FPS. All right, so here we go. I'll try and do a few, you know, semi-automatic, because I want to see how easy it is to just fire off one shot, and then we'll do the mag dump. All right, so here we go. Okay, so not too bad. It's you know, the feeding is what you expect from the conveyor belt. All right, so let's do some full auto now and see how it does. And we're out. Wow, it goes quick. So feeding is temperamental, to say the least. You know, when you're going full auto, it's pretty easy to squeeze off a 3-round burst, though, which is pretty nice. But overall, not bad. All right, let's go to the conclusion. Okay, so the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Monolith. It's not bad. It's not a bad blaster. I mean, performance is there, as we expect from all Adventure Force blasters. It's definitely hitting the numbers we want to see. Fully automatic, just like all Rival blasters. The conveyor belt system is a little finicky at times, so you're not going to get a consistent rate of fire. There's really not any way to change that. You can make the conveyor belt faster. I've done that in a few of the blasters, you know, by upgrading the motor that runs the belts. You can definitely upgrade these to 3S, and just the battery upgrade gives you a boost. The Prometheus, just with a battery upgrade, runs completely different. You know, you rewire it and put a 3S, you know, LiPo in there, and it's a different beast. And wow, yeah, luckily we didn't go outside because it is pouring out there right now. Now, the question is, would you choose this over a Quantum or a Nemesis or a Percy's? And the answer to that is it's up to you. I don't like the fact that it's not a rechargeable battery and you're not able to use the Rival rechargeable battery like you are in the Quantum and the Accelerator. Those blasters, you can use the rechargeable battery, and this one you have to use the D batteries. So it does run great off the D cell batteries. That's fine, but it is quite heavy, and D batteries are a little bit expensive. So if this was something I'd want to use, yeah, I would definitely wire this up for LiPo power, just to have that feature then rechargeable, and it would be performance boost when you put this up with LiPo. Now, I like it. I like the form factor. The loading is great. As you can see, it's just nice and quick to load it, but there's a drawback to this as well. It's fast to load when it's laying down on the side. If you got this on a table or something like that, you open this up, you load it up, you close it, you're good. Now, if you're in the field and you're playing and you want to top up or you're out, if you open this up and you hold it like this, you just dumped whatever ammo you got in there, and that's a problem. So this is great to load, but if you're in the field and you want to reload, you got to be running with the blaster like this. So you have to hold it sideways in order to reload it. So there is a positive and negative to this kind of loading system. When you have the top hopper, yeah, you can still run around and just throw balls into the top, and you're not going to be losing much, if anything, while you're on the move. So it's great to load stationary. This one is not going to be too great to load when you're on the move. The blaster itself feels good. It's comfortable. It's nice. It is really heavy over the handle, and I expect that at this point with a lot of these blasters, all the Rival blasters that take these batteries, I won't say all, but most have the batteries set up like this in the back, so it's very, very weighty in the back. But with this blaster, there's no weight in the front, so it's just all back weight. It's not balanced whatsoever, so the balancing is just way off, and it just feels a little awkward that way. Overall, I mean, I like it, and take the batteries out of the equation, throw a 3S in here. Now it's a very super light kind of CQB compact Percy's clone kind of thing that's hitting decent numbers right out of the gate. So you throw a 3S in here, I don't know, I'm guessing off the top of my head, you get a little boost. Maybe it'll be up to 115, 120 FPS, somewhere in there, just by throwing a rewire and a battery in there. And it's not impossible to fire off single shots. It is, every once in a while, you're going to get that boom, boom, that double shot. You know, that's just the nature of the beast with these things. But the fully automatic works good. I didn't have to really give it a shake But with these, you kind of want to shake them as you're going. This way you keep the feeding system going. But shaking and firing is hard to keep your blaster on target as well. So again, guys, there's ups and downs. There's sacrifices to be made for different advantages. Form factor is great. It's a lot more compact than a Nemesis, but would I use this over a Nemesis? Probably not, especially with the battery situation. It's heavy. You know, it's just going to be a heavy thing to be carrying around all day, especially the way the weight is distributed. So it's, you know, the Nemesis, you could put the battery pack in. Even if you didn't have the battery pack, it's just a different form factor. It's a little bit easier and the weight is distributed a little better, in my opinion. So it's just a matter of weight distribution, and again, in just my opinion. But overall, I like it. I do like it, and this is something I will modify to 3S. And once this is modified for lipo, my opinion of it is probably going to change in a positive way for sure, just because of the weight factor. And then this is something that you can whip around real nice. It does have sling points on it, so you can put a sling on this. You could carry a Nemesis, and you can carry this on your back as a secondary. So if you had this as your secondary, you know, because when you put the 3S in there or any LiPo battery in here, the weight is going to go down dramatically. It's so light without the batteries in here. Once you put 60 batteries, the weight goes up tremendously. So with a LiPo in here, the weight goes down tremendously, and you can actually sling this and carry this as a backup. So now you carry your Quantum or your Nemesis or your Perseus or your Prometheus, and yeah, you got that as your primary, and then you run out, you know, you need a quick fix, you take this off your back, and man, you're whipping out another primary as your secondary. So again, it could be part of a loadout for sure, but in my personal opinion, my humble personal opinion, it's kind of hard to use without a LiPo just because of the weight. And I understand why they say max grip now. The best way to carry this is like this. So that's why I think they built it this way. It's very nice and easy to carry this way. So this is basically your carry handle. And I do like the way this is set up with this handle to carry, but it's just super heavy in the back. And that's pretty much it. So I like it. I don't know how much they're going for. I mean, I bought this a while ago and I got it on clearance. I think they're going around 30 bucks now, somewhere in there. Some people are crazy on eBay selling them high. I'll put the price that I found it for up on the screen now. But you know, I'm sure you could thrift these, and I'm sure they're out there. I believe this was Walmart. You know, with all the other Adventure Force stuff, this was definitely a Walmart kind of exclusive thing. So I haven't seen this in the store. I did see one of these not too long ago in the clearance rack. So they might have a couple floating around, but not a bad blaster overall if you can get it for the right price. Under $30, definitely worth it. My only biggest complaint is the weight from the batteries, and I love the side load if I don't need to reload during the game. Yeah, but if you do reload during the game, you just got to make sure to keep it sideways. That's all. So again, it's got its good, it's got its bad, it's got its in between. So overall, it's a good blaster. It does hit the numbers, and most Adventure Force stuff does, and that's what we like Dart Zone for, because at least they give us some stuff that performs. But again, it's kind of temperamental, but you go through that hopper pretty quickly. You're just ramming down on the trigger anyway. So you want to kind of control your shots. 2 and 3 shot bursts. That's the way you want to go. And every once in a while, you'll have that problem too, where the flywheels are still spinning, the ball gets loaded up, and you know. So make sure you keep this aimed away from people, even when you think it's powering down, because you might fire one more ball, and we don't like when our balls fire unexpectedly. All right, but that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.